All right. So, welcome everybody to my Essential Tribes educational series part 2. And we are going to be learning today about what is an essential oil and breaking down all the nitty-gritty about the essential oil so that we are well educated and confident in teaching this in all of our classes. All right, so first off, we're going to learn about the basics of what an essential oil actually is. So presenting this is one of our fabulous educators, Tanya. So Tanya, take it away.
Hi guys. So if you have ever enjoyed the scent of a rose, you have experienced the aromatic qualities in essential oil. These naturally occurring volatile aromatic compounds are found in the seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of plants. They can be both beautifully and powerfully fragrant. Essential oils give plants their distinctive smells. Essential oils protect plants and play a role in plant pollination. In addition to their intrinsic benefits to plants and their beautiful fragrance, essential oils have long been used for food preparation, beauty treatment, and healthcare practices. But what exactly is a volatile aromatic compound? In short, these compounds are small organic molecules that tend to change quickly from their solid or liquid state to a gas at room temperature. They're called volatile, because they change state quickly. If you first open a bottle of essential oil, you instantly notice that the aroma is potent and you can smell it typically even from some distance. The physical and chemical properties of the volatile aromatic compounds that compose essential oils allow them to quickly move through the air and directly interact with the olfactory sensors in the nose. Such unique properties make essential oils ideal for applications, inclusion in aromatherapy, using these compounds from plants to help maintain a healthy mind and body, as well as other applications. The type of volatile aromatic compounds present in an essential oil determines both the oil's aroma and the benefit it offers. Over 3,000 varieties of volatile aromatic compounds have been identified to date. The nature of an essential oil varies from plant to plant within botanical families and from species to species. The delicate ratio of aromatic constituents found in any given essential oil are what make it unique and give it specific benefits. Even with pure essential oils, the composition of the oil can vary depending on the time of day, season, geographic location, method, and duration of distillation, year grown, and the weather, making every step of the production process a critical determinant of overall quality of the essential oil product. Essential oils can be used for a wide range of emotional and physical wellness applications. They can be used as single essential oils or in complex essential oil blends, depending on user experience and desired benefit. And that, my friends, is what an essential oil is.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tanya. So let's dive into the history of essential oils. So I would like to introduce one of our amazing educators, Miss Monica Lavella.
Hello. So this is one of my favorite topics because essential oils really date back thousands of years ago. So it is definitely not just a fad. So first they were found in ancient Egyptian manuscripts and also in the tombs of the ancient Egyptians. So when the tombs were actually found, large bottles of frankincense and myrrh would be amongst the gold and jewels and other treasures, since these oils were so much a part of their lives. They'd be used by ancient Egyptians in things like different ceremonies during mummification, for beauty, and for religious ceremonies. And moving forward into history, there are stories in the Bible as well that were written that included the story of baby Jesus being brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh because frankincense and myrrh were really worth their weight in gold. So you can really see how essential oils have been used for thousands of years. And then when pharmaceuticals came around, these guys really wanted to find ways that they could mimic the natural compounds found in plant-based medicine. So they wanted to find a way that they could mass produce these medicines and then patent them for a profit. And soon plant-based remedies were really no longer the norm, and this pharmaceuticals then became more of what people would turn to. So essential oils made a comeback in World War I when lavender oil was actually used to dress the wounds when medical antiseptics were in short supply. So modern day aromatherapy was also founded sort of around this time, as one of its founders verified the healing and antiseptic qualities of lavender oil when he burned his hand really badly while he was working in his lab. And after using the oil, the pain had stopped and the burn healed really quickly with no infections or scarring. So this kind of just brought that back to the use of essential oils and how great they actually were. And so slowly the use of plant-based remedies became more and more mainstream. And then in 2008, doTERRA came around with the mission to share the life-enhancing benefits of therapeutic-grade essential oils and their essential oil-enhanced wellness products to the world. So this kind of concludes the history of essential oils.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So let's talk about the methods of production. So how do we actually get these essential oils from the plants or the botanicals? So there's two main ways that doTERRA uses to extract these oils. So the first way is steam distillation. This is the most commonly way that doTERRA uses to extract the essential oils. So this will actually allow for the collection of temperature-sensitive aromatic compounds, and they're distilled at temperatures below the boiling point. So in this situation here, the pressure must be very rigidly controlled. And this is why it's so imperative that, that it's taken seriously when you want to create a pure and potent and genuine authentic oils, and you want to have the highest grade essential oils possible. You have to be very careful in the way that they're being steam distilled. So you can't, the point of boiling cannot go over, and it also, the temperature can't be too low. So the heat is applied in this situation, which creates steam. So when heat is applied to the water, it creates the steam. The steam then rises with the plant material in it, and then the steam ruptures the glands that hold the essential oils. At this point, the liquid and the oil separate, as we know that oil and water don't mix, so they actually create a separation. And then we pull the oil from the top, and that's what's collected to actually use. That is the essential oil that we will then go forward and test and bottle. The second way is expression or cold pressed. This is most commonly used when we are getting the essential oils from citrus fruits. So these are actually taken. There is no heat source whatsoever in this method, and this involves the rind, which is the outermost waxy layer of the peel. So what's happening here is the fruit will go along a conveyor belt on this machinery, and the small essential oil sacs will be burst open. So then they spray water onto all of the fruit that's coming down the conveyor belt, and then they collect the oil with the water that's been sprayed. Same thing, the oil and the water will separate, and then they just take the oil from there. So those are the two ways that the methods of production that are used to actually extract the essential oils from the plants. So now we are going to move into the 6 types of botanicals. These will commonly be displayed through the emotional aromatherapy wheel. So the 6 different types of plants that we're using are the herbs and grasses, the trees, florals, mints, citruses, and spices. So to dive a little bit deeper into each one of these botanicals and to sort of describe what benefits physically and emotionally that they can bring about, we are going to introduce Nicole.
All right. Hello. So herbs and grasses are known to promote grounding, soothing emotions, and feelings of renewal, as they primarily include esters, oxidized, and I have not been able to pronounce that word. Anyway. Essences produced from grasses tend to be very antibacterial, very purifying, and antiparasitic. Many also have a warming effect on the body. Aromatic grasses have traditionally been used in India or in Indian and Chinese medicine because of their therapeutic properties. These same grasses are also used in aromatherapy as an essential oil. Herbs are obtained from the leaves of herbaceous or non-woody plants, and some of the herbs and grasses that doTERRA has include lemongrass, vetiver, cilantro, and basil. Trees are also known to promote grounding, soothing emotions, and feelings of renewal, as they primarily include the esters that oxidize and the sesquiter, essences made from the resin of the trees are often some of the most ancient of essences, such as the frankincense and myrrh that Monica had talked about. They help alleviate emotional and physical suffering and help to release deeply held beliefs that no longer serve us. In the physical realm, they are often antiviral and anti-tumor. Many tree oils are grounding and sedating in nature, and many are immune stimulants and are anti-infectious. Some of the doTERRA oils include arbor vitae, cedarwood, cinnamon bark, Douglas fir, frankincense, and myrrh. With the florals, they are typically composed of monoterpene alcohols, which hold calming properties. Floral essential oils are basically produced or extracted from the flowering part of the plant, and most flowers possess naturally sweet and floral scent that is responsible for the same type of aroma produced from its natural essential oil. They are most famous for use in perfumes and other types of fragrances. Some of the oils that included in doTERRA are geranium, jasmine, lavender, rose, ylang ylang, chamomile, and clary sage. Mints have a high concentration of ketones and are commonly known to be energizing and uplifting. The herb mint has been used extensively for its medicinal properties for over 3,000 years. Both spearmint and peppermint are used to boost your mood, mental clarity, and alertness, as well as boost metabolism, fight insects, and help you breathe easier. Some of these oils are peppermint and spearmint. Citrus oils, cold pressed, and they typically possess significant uplifting characteristics with chemical components like limonene, beta-pinene, and monoterpenes, used to energize and help uplift the spirits. If you notice, most of the citrus fruits are very uplifting and very positive. They can be photosensitive, so just have to be careful not to go out in the sunlight within 12 hours of application. The cold pressed oils come from the rinds of the fruit, and some of the oils that doTERRA have include lemon, lime, bergamot, grapefruit, and wild orange. Quite a few spices as well. Many spice essential oils are known for their warming properties, which come from phenols. Spices are obtained from the roots, flowers, fruits, seeds, or barks of plants. Some of the oils include oregano, rosemary, black pepper, clove, thyme, and even cinnamon.
All right, thank you so much, Nicole. So we are going to now talk about the quality difference. So this is one of the most important things you're going to want to pay attention to, because this is what separates doTERRA from every other essential oil company on this planet. And this is why doTERRA started. So we are going to introduce the lovely Erin to talk to us about the quality difference.
Awesome. Hi, guys. So buying an essential oil from your local health food store versus ordering an essential oil from doTERRA are two completely different things. The problem is there's no governing body that tests and regulates the production of essential oils. So they are often filled with fragrant chemicals or filler oils that become unsafe for use. This is why it was so important to the founders of doTERRA to create their own standards and levels of testing called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, or CPTG for short. They have an outsourced company conduct in-depth testing that runs 7 layers deep 3 times over to ensure that every batch of essential oils meets the high level of quality that only doTERRA offers. This quality standard breaks down into 4 parts: pure, potent, genuine, and authentic. So let's start with pure. Purity alone does not necessarily mean an oil is good quality. A pure oil can be distilled incorrectly or may be obtained from a particular variety of inferior plant species. Additionally, oils may contain contaminants, pesticides, herbicides, solvents, other unlabeled species, or synthetic compounds. Furthermore, the distillation process may also magnify the concentration of these undesirable elements. doTERRA's essential oils are extracted from the most purest part of the botanical that has grown without the use of any chemicals and distilled in the most appropriate method to guarantee the integrity and goodness of each oil. Potent. Essential oils are the most potent form of plant material. The chemical constituents found in the plant material will either increase or decrease the potency of the essential oil. This means that the climate, soil, elevation, surrounding plants, bugs, and more all affect the potency of the plant. This is why doTERRA's botanicals are grown right in their indigenous habitats all across the world, where they grow and thrive naturally to have the highest potency levels possible. Genuine. So the term genuine is equivalent to the term unadulterated, meaning 1, the essential oil is 100% natural and contains no addition of any other substances, even other natural substances, and that it contains no synthetic agents, dilutants, or additives. 2, the essential oil is 100% pure and contains no similar essential oil or hybrid added to extend the supply. And 3, the essential oil is 100% complete and has been fully distilled. If a distillation process has been disrupted in any way, it can actually produce extra essential oil classes, which then decreases its authenticity. doTERRA's essential oils never have any additives or fillers whatsoever. They are 100% genuine in its definition. And authentic. In the world of essential oils, the term authenticity means the composition of oil is equal to the plant specified on the label. The oil is not a mixture of plant species, rather the plant specified. The oil is not the product of a mixture of plants or weeds growing alongside the species. The oil is comprised of and distilled from only the plant parts clearly identified. And in total, the oil is characterized precisely so as to clearly identify its healing qualities through consistently occurring compounds. You will never see a percentage mark or additional ingredients on any doTERRA essential oil label. Their labels are clearly marked with the botanical species name, which represents the specific part of the botanical that was used to extract essential oils, and have detailed instructions on safe use and application. You can trust that what you see on doTERRA's labels are exactly what you're getting inside the bottle. So this is why doTERRA's essential oils are so unique. They ensure that every batch meets those 4 exact standards every time for the highest quality possible, and only then deeming them worthy for that CPTG label. And thank you very much.
Awesome. So well put, Erin. I'm so excited about this slide because that exactly explains why we're all here to educate on the difference of certified pure therapeutic grade. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to get into the science of emotional aromatherapy. So emotional aromatherapy is, we're going to chat very simply about the science behind smell. So if you break up the word aromatherapy, it's actually the therapy through the use of aroma, through the use of smell. So if you ever thought about the fact that therapy, we usually think, there's physical therapy, there's therapy where there's talk therapy. Well, whoever thought you could actually get therapy through the use of smell? And here it all comes down to this. Scent is the first sense that is activated upon birth. So smell becomes linked to the emotional memories in the brain. It's actually rooted right in the limbic system, which is comprised of the amygdala and the hippocampus, and the olfactory bulbs, where our sensation turns into perception, interprets the sensation of smell and sends a direct message to the hippocampus of the brain, where new memories are created. Sensory cells called chemoreceptors send impulses picked up through the nose and directly linked to the brain. Other senses in the body require the nervous system to deliver sensory information to the brain, but the nose is the only pathway with a direct link to the brain, which is very cool. So sweet smells activate opioid systems in the brain, and they release hormones that induce sensations or feelings of pleasure, which is why cupcakes smell so delicious. Oils that produce a similar effect would be rose, jasmine, ylang ylang, and lavender. Refreshing scents create a stimuli in the brain, which induce feelings of being focused, alert, and revitalized. So simply put, when you inhale an essential oil and those volatile, so remembering that volatile aromatic compounds, meaning that they can, those gases just can be released into the air. Well, we're inhaling those and smelling those. Our olfactory bulbs, our sense of smell, is picking up the message that is attached into that scent. It directly sends the message to the limbic system, which is the part of our brain responsible for emotions and memory. And that message gets interpreted and then sends the message straight through the rest of our body. These neurochemicals are released, and our body receives those messages into every one of its cells, and it behaves accordingly. So that behavior will either be one of calming or one of revitalizing and energizing. It just depends on the scent that we're experiencing. So that is why therapy can be used through aroma or through the sense of smell so efficiently. It's also pretty cool to note that our sense of smell is 10,000 times greater than any one of the other senses that we have. So something that is really unique to doTERRA and super cool is our co-impact sourcing. This is one of the things that really touches the heart of a lot of educators and a lot of the reason that we do what we do. Co-impact sourcing is such a beautiful thing that doTERRA created and really stands by and lives by. And we hold so much pride in the fact that we're making a difference globally. So the majority of our oils come from exclusive agreements where growers and distillers will only sell to doTERRA. So if anyone is telling you that they have the same quality essential oil as doTERRA or that they get their essential oils from the same producers, it simply isn't the case. We have exclusive agreements with these farmers. So you can see here where all over the world we source all of our different oils. So we're going to take a quick look at a really awesome video that explains the co-impact sourcing so well.
doTERRA essential oils have a profound impact on our health and wellness, but the impact of how and where they're sourced goes beyond a drop of oil. First, we search the globe to identify the best plant material, harvested and expertly distilled for oil potency and quality. Many of our essential oils come from countries facing economic and environmental challenges. This provides a unique opportunity for doTERRA to produce the highest quality essential oils while also doing good in a sustainable way. We call this co-impact sourcing. Through this approach, we are creating jobs and improving incomes in countries where they are much needed. Developing long-term partnerships with artisan small-scale growers and distillers around the world. These partnerships transform the playing field for growers to improve their production and establish stable prices, trustworthy long-term buyers. Helping growers organize themselves into cooperatives to achieve common goals and higher quality while ensuring farmlands are preserved and passed on to future generations. These cooperatives also ensure growers receive fair and on-time payments in favorable installments, helped throughout the year. In these areas, doTERRA's Healing Hands Foundation is funding the construction of schools, health clinics, cooperative buildings, water systems, and more to empower growers, their families, and communities today and tomorrow. Through co-impact sourcing, doTERRA is improving lives and providing hope to people in desperate need of opportunity. Through this approach, we ensure the long-term supply of the best plant materials to consistently deliver the highest quality products. So it's more than just a drop of oil in your hand. It's a catalyst for impacting many lives beyond yours.
Awesome. And one of the things that I just want to mention about that as well is that all of the oils, and I just want to touch on and reiterate, is that every single farmland that doTERRA works with, they ensure that these plants are harvested sustainably so that we aren't depleting any of the ecosystems. We're not depleting any of these plant sources. So we ensure that every single place and country and community that we work with and farmland that we work with is always growing and harvesting sustainably, which is a beautiful thing as well. And then testing doTERRA oils. Another thing that goes hand in hand with the quality difference is the fact that these oils and how they are certified pure therapeutic grade is ensuring that they are tested on 3 different occasions in 7 different ways. So these testings are done directly after the plant selection, harvesting, and distillation. Then they're tested again once the oil arrives at the production facility to ensure it's the exact same oil that was tested when it was harvested. And then it's tested again a 3rd time during the filling process and right before those bottles are screwed on, just to ensure that it's remained uncontaminated right up to that point of resale, right up to the point that those bottles make it into our home. So the 7 tests that doTERRA oils go under are organoleptic, which uses the human senses. So they go through a test of ensuring that the sight, the smell, the taste, and the touch is exactly the same and the way it's supposed to be. Goes through microbial testing to analyze that these essential oils they analyze them to ensure that they don't have any presence of biohazardous microorganisms such as fungi, bacteria, viruses, and mold. So those are particularly common in other types of distillation or other types of essential oils and may not go through this type of rigorous testing. Gas chromatography and mass spectrometry analysis will further determine the composition of an essential oil. So this is where they use molecular weight and charge, and then the amount of each constituent in the actual essential oils identified, which can give us more insight into the potency of that essential oil. Because again, we want to ensure that all of our oils reach that level of potency. Then Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy. I don't even know who can say these words, but that is another one of the testing that it goes under, which ensures the potency and consistent quality of the batch of oil. So an infrared light will go through the oil in different frequencies, and the amount of light absorbed by the sample is measured, and that's how it can ensure that potency and consistency of the oils. Schillerity testing ensures that there is no synthetic elements present in the essential oil. And then the heavy metal testing shows the amount of heavy metal content in the essential oil. So when essential oils are properly distilled, they should not contain any heavy metals. And those are the 3 different tests, the 7 tests that are, you can actually see in the picture outlined, which tests go through at which different points throughout the 3 different periods. And we wanted to wrap up with some really fun facts about essential oils. So I am going to welcome our educator, brand new educator, Sandra, who is going to give you some fun Did You Knows.
All right, guys, so here are just a few facts about essential oils. So essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So herbs are dry plant materials. Essential oils are extracted from the plants and very potent. It often takes hundreds of pounds of plant material to produce 1 pound of essential oil. So for example, 100 pounds of lavender equals 1 pound of lavender oil, while 4,000 pounds of rose petals produce the same amount of oil, so 1 pound of oil, which is why essential oils tend to vary in price. Most essential oils are antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral, making them more effective than typical over-the-counter alternatives. Only 1% of all plant species hold essential oils. There are 40 million trillion molecules in every drop of essential oil. That means every cell in your body receives 40,000 molecules. No two oils are identical, so it's actually impossible to combine all of the chemical components of an oil, which can range from hundreds to thousands, to be an exact match to another batch. So when you're actually looking at two bottles of let's say, vetiver, those two bottles, if they're not from the same lot, are actually not going to be the same oils, just because you can't duplicate that exact oil because of how many chemical compounds there actually are in the oils. René Maurice Gattefoss rediscovered aromatherapy. So he's actually known as the father of aromatherapy. And the way that he rediscovered the power of the essential oils was after submerging his chemically burned hands into lavender oil, which actually relieved the pain and allowed his hands to heal without any scars or infection, which is pretty amazing. So again, that's just another use for the popular sleep and relaxation oil that we have. Pharmaceutical companies never studied essential oils because they can't be patented. So I've seen kind of conflicting information on this. I'm just going to clarify a little bit. Companies actually have studied essential oils. They've studied how essential oils behave within the plant itself, and then they've created the synthetic version to do the same thing in our bodies, which is where we get, the typical pain relieving medicines and stuff like that we find in our pharmacies. So they have studied them. The only thing is that there's not, because they're so pure, and you can't put a patent on nature, they don't want to sell them, if that makes any sense. There's not as much money. The pharmaceutical industries obviously make a lot more money producing synthetic versions of everything that we find in nature. Yeah, so just to clarify a little bit there, they have studied them. They just don't use them or push them or encourage them because you can't patent them. Steam distillation dates back 3,000 years. So there was actually symptoms that they discovered that it's an ancient method of extracting essential oils that again dates back to 3,000 BC. The aroma of floral can alleviate stress. So the aroma of floral essential oils can assist in alleviating emotional stress, promote self-esteem and mental strength, and boost confidence. So skip the bouquet that's going to wither and die eventually, and just grab a bottle of essential oil instead. It won't wither away, and it's at least 70 times more potent than the flowers themselves. And then essential oils can act as an aphrodisiac. So they can help or behave as an aphrodisiac by alleviating or helping any emotional or physical ailments that can interfere with sexual desire. And that's all. Here's your did you know facts about essential oils.
Awesome. Thank you, Sandra. All right. Well, I'm really excited that you guys took the time today to learn a little bit more about essential oils. If you haven't already checked out the My Essential Tribe educational series part 1, it was all on the product information 101. That was pre the convention launch of 2016 with the 23 new products that just got launched, but really awesome to check that out as well. So thank you guys so much for learning, and stay tuned for part 3, which will be coming up in the next couple months. Take care, everyone, and thank you to all of the amazing educators that presented today. Thank you, guys.